Welcome to another segment here on Sports Talk Central. I'm Noah, and this is Ian. Ian, why don't you tell them how today's going to work?
Today, we're going to be going around the league.
Yep.
So how this works is each of us get a minute 30 to discuss the topic in which sport we're covering. So once after the minute 30, you're going to hear beeps, which means it's the next person's turn to cover their topic.
He will be handling the alarm once again.
Yep. So without further ado, let's just get it started.
All right.
So first off, in soccer, mainly talking transfer window and Premier League soccer, Karim Benzema seems primed for a move to the Premier League to teams such as Arsenal and Manchester United. He posts on Instagram, and I quote, leave the past to the past and hashtag direction future. Arsenal is willing to pay anywhere between 35.5 million euros and 40.5 million euros on the striker. Both teams, Manchester United and Arsenal, need a prolific goal scorer, in which he is, which his 3 seasons in Real Madrid, he's posted 15, 17, and 17 goals, along with 10 assists each season. And at Real Madrid, he usually doesn't get a lot of starts due to that team being stacked, generally in the striker position. And so moving to a team like Arsenal or Manchester United would allow him to be the premier player on that team and be the leader of that team. However, Florentino Perez, the Real Madrid president, is in love with Karim Benzema. He doesn't want to let him go. So the one question I have is, will Benzema be in a Madrid uniform at the end of the season or end of the transfer window?
That's good. What do you think about Jurgen Klinsmann and his loss to the Jamaican national team? That's pretty bad.
I think his job security is in jeopardy at this point. Each time we're in international play, he comes up short of his goal.
They were ranked 76 in the country. That's just bad.
There goes the timer.
Yeah, and I'll be starting the next topic, which is the MLB trade deadline. Woo! The MLB trade deadline is coming right around the corner, and there have already been some pretty big moves to date. Scott Kazmir was traded from the Oakland Athletics to the Houston Astros for some prospects. Johnny Cueto, the ace pitcher of the Cincinnati Reds, was moved to the Kansas City Royals for 3 left-handed pitchers. And as of last night, Troy Tulowitzki was traded to the Blue Jays for Jose Reyes and other minor league prospects. The players best available right now for the starting pitchers: Jeff Samardzija from the White Sox, David Price from the Detroit Tigers, and Cole Hamels from the Philadelphia Phillies, who, by the way, just threw a no-hitter. And from my sources, he won't pitch again until he's traded, so he's definitely on the move. Teams looking for starting pitching include the major ones are the Los Angeles Dodgers and the New York Yankees. They are both looking to add some pieces to their rotation. Some closers that are available: Jonathan Papelbon of the Phillies, Aroldis Chapman of the Cincinnati Reds, Craig Kimbrell of the San Diego Padres. They're all going to be moving. Maybe not Chapman, but the other two for sure. Some outfielders that might be on the move: Carlos Gonzalez of the Rockies, Jay Bruce of the Reds, and Yasiel Puig is going to be an important trading chip for the Los Angeles Dodgers if they want to move. Others: Justin Upton, he's for sure going to go, and Yoenis Cespedes.
There goes the timer again, and so we move on to our next segment, which is rather an interesting one if you ask me, and it's women coaching in the NBA and NFL.
Or just men's sports in general.
Yeah. So you see a lot of men coaching in the WNBA, but on the contrary, you don't see a lot of women assistant coaches or even any head coaches in the NBA or NFL.
And in the NFL, you don't see any women coaching. Not assistant, not nothing.
So women that are breaking this barrier right now are 1, Becky Hammon, and 2, Jen Welter. Becky Hammon, 6-time WNBA All-Star, 2-time WNBA first team. She is assistant coach for the Spurs right now.
And she's really under Greg Popovich's hand, which, if you can get a blessing from anybody,
it'd be Greg Popovich
in any sport, probably.
And she just won a Summer League championship in the Las Vegas Summer League.
Well, thanks to Kyle Anderson, MVP, and Shannon Scott, my Ohio State Buckeye point guard.
Yeah. So she's been on the radar for a lot of head coaching jobs now around the league. Just there's not many openings in the NBA.
When do you think she'll be a head coach? If so,
maybe 2 years from now.
I'll say for sure 2 years she'll be a head coach.
She'll. I mean, even if it's a bad team, she'll get a chance to, show what she can do when she takes the reins of an team.
Yeah, she'll do fine. Tell them about Jen Walter.
Well, she is an inside linebacker coach for Arizona. She played a non-kicking kicker position for the first time in men's sports
in the indoor football league.
Yeah. So
that's the timer, but
women breaking the barrier in men's sports. Nothing but good can come out of this, really.
Yeah, it's all about change, and really, there's nothing wrong with it. So this kind of change is what's needed in men's sports.
Going into our last segment of the day, we have contract woes. And this is in the NBA. Players like J.R. Smith and Tristan Thompson both have yet to be signed, even after the end of free agency. Both are quality players. Tristan Thompson almost averaged a double-double last season. I mean, in the finals, he basically averaged a double-double. He helped LeBron all he could. It's just... what he's known for is his offensive rebounding. He's not much of a scorer.
Tristan Thompson was keeping the Cavs in that along with LeBron. He was the only constant player in that finals other than LeBron James.
Yeah.
For the Cavaliers.
Yeah. What's kind of shaky is that Tristan Thompson has the same agent as LeBron, and that agent knows how to get his work done. He knows how to get his players paid.
So what's the deal with J.R. Smith?
I mean, he opted out $5 million.
It was 6.4 actually.
$6.4 million.
And now
made this season.
His value, he's just realizing it's not that high.
He should have talked to somebody before making that move.
But I mean,
these players have to get. He's
probably clubbing when he's like, "Yeah, I'm opting out."
Yeah, they have to get picked up by somebody. Tristan Thompson, he's restricted. He was a restricted free agent.
He's gonna get close to max money.
I think it's just that the Cavs are worried about
he's
the
gonna
luxury tax. That's what they're worried about at this point.
I think they should be worrying about a championship.
Exactly. And to win a championship, you need a player like Tristan Thompson on your team.
He's a good player, and J.R. Smith too.
Yeah.
But I don't think he'll be back with the Cavs.
Well, that concludes our first segment here on Sports Talk Central of Around the League.
Or so you think. Because I'm going to bring at you some football action. As that has slipped my compadre's mind right here. So you can start the timer. I want to talk about Russell Wilson and that, he
wants to get paid.
He wants to get paid
$25 million.
He wants to be the highest paid player in the NFL. And my question to you is he worth it?
If you ask me, he's worth anywhere from $17 to $21 million a year. At the most. And at the most, he at least needs to get $60 million of it guaranteed because Tony Romo and Jay Cutler have that much guaranteed. Granted, Tony Romo,
I don't think Jay Cutler would start in the Arena Football League.
Jay Cutler, he's just... But if I was Russell Wilson's agent, I'd just be concerned with getting what he's worth. I don't think
he's playing on a rookie contract still.
Yeah, but
teams next year, if he goes to free agency, will be willing to spend max money on Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
But here's the problem I have with it. You look at Russell Wilson, and you cannot say that he's better than Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, or Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, he can't get
Ben
paid
Roethlisberger.
that much. He can't get paid that much.
If you look at his team, his defense is Legion of Boom. Seattle is known for their defense.
Yeah, exactly. Without that defense, they don't win a Super Bowl.
No.
They don't win one.
And I'm just saying, Russell Wilson kind of threw an interception in last year's Super Bowl.
But that was a bad play call, you gotta admit. If you have Marshawn
Well,
Lynch.
if you're worth max money, if you're worth the
You
most
don't
in
throw
the
that
NFL,
pass.
can't you call an audible?
Yeah, you don't throw that pass.
And you have the best running back
True.
in the NFL in your backfield.
True. But our actual last segment of the day is on Tom Brady and Deflategate.
I forgot 2 segments.
That's on me, but
It's on him, not me. I'm awesome.
The NFL has said that they are not going to reduce Tom Brady's suspension, even if he wants to take this to actual court.
I mean, if it goes to court, the NFL has been known to lose cases like that.
But I mean, this case won't stand in front of an actual judge because they're not just now implementing rules on the balls and the pressure of the balls. So the judge is going to look at the NFL and say, if you're just now implementing these rules, Tom Brady doing what he did and supposedly deflating the balls, how is he supposed to know? Because they judged that very loosely with quarterback balls, but then again, they judged it very tightly with kickers'
Well,
balls.
here's the thing I don't get. Both sides don't want to go to court.
Yeah.
So both sides know they have something to lose. Tom Brady is willing to accept a fine as long as it's for not cooperating. He doesn't want to be known with Deflategate. He doesn't want to be known as a
his
cheater.
legacy.
Yeah. And here's what I'm thinking. Because in court, you're going to have to show, like, all the evidence.
And you can't lie in court.
Is Tom Brady hiding something? That's what I want to know. And, of course, the NFL doesn't want to take it to court because you got to protect that shield, as they like to call it.
Yeah.
And they tried to make a settlement, and I don't see why it didn't get done. Just, here's what I would do. I'd split it halfway at 2 games, keep the fine, keep the, the penalties on the Patriots, as Robert Kraft's already said he's going to accept it, and just move on. Let's get to the NFL season already.
Yep, pretty much. So,
all right, that concludes Around the League on this segment of Sports Talk Central.
Make sure to like, subscribe, tell your friends, share, put it on Twitter.
And the edits that we have showed you today will be on Instagram.
And that all will be in the description box below.
Yes, so later.